How to checkmate with knight and bishop. The first step is to get the king onto the same color as the bishop, so in this case it's a light square. Well, the idea is we need to use our pieces to cut off squares and force him there. So in this position you would play knight c2, and we're just getting the king out of the corner. Now it's not about giving checks because he just goes back, but instead we need to just keep pushing him forward, so you just play a waiting move. And we're just controlling all of these squares and forcing king c1. Now we want to continue this, so we need to cut away the b1 square with bishop a2. And it's just the same thing, we're just bringing the king closer to the corner. But now it gets a little trickier because black is trying to escape, and if we cover that with knight d4, then it seems like he just escapes to f2. Well, this is exactly what we want, but after king f2, the knight is going to follow this pattern through. So knight e2 locks away these two squares, and you might think he's escaping to g4. Well, remember, this endgame isn't always about giving checks, but it's about cutting away the squares. And so black has to go back, and we just keep cutting away. And in these positions, if the king ever tries to run the other way, then our knight is already blocking him, so we can just bring our king along. And now there's just no escape because of the check, and this should be very familiar to just hold all the squares and push him to the corner. So if king f1, we hold the g2 square, and if he goes back, then there's check, forcing him this way, and we're simply just going to repeat this process until he gets to the corner. And now we wait for the king to get on one of these squares and deliver the checkmate.